Hi both. How are you?
Hey,
Good,
good.
thank
How
you.
are you doing?
Yeah, great, thank you. And it's awesome to be chatting to you about the show because I had a great time watching it and I can't wait for the world to see it. And your characters in particular, I love that fun sibling dynamic that we see early on in the show. So what did you both enjoy most about delving into that before your characters go their separate ways?
Hmm.
I mean, it was a pleasure. It was just so fun to be able to try to annoy each other and make fun of each other because it was very much like we were just immediately very comfortable with each other. Like actually,
Yes.
it really felt like we were actual twins without having to do any work.
Yeah.
So then you're
Made
just
our job real easy.
really easy and made everyone else's job really hard because we were we just
Menaces.
mess around. But
Yeah, it was fun. And I think that relationship was important. I think I of establishing sort of that closeness and
Mhm.
sort of how important we were to each other
Mm.
before you ripped from my grasp.
Immediate vicinity. Yeah.
And of course, then in contrast, Ruby, Kit and Dove develop a very, I suppose, a rivalry as the series develops. They've got a very different dynamic. So what was it like for you and Ellie to work on that tension in the midst of this almost epic road trip the characters are embarking on in the show?
Yeah, I think it was really fun. I mean, Ellie Bamber is a brilliant human being, and it was just fun to work with her, and it always is a pleasure. But I think that relationship is really cool and really interesting, and I haven't talked about it much in press. So, my gosh. But yeah, I think they're both very headstrong, opinionated characters, and I think when two people who sort of mirror each other in that way, are face to face, they and sort of recognize that sort of in each other that can be threatening and like that sort of I think Kit is very threatened by Dove and yeah.
And of course, Eric, on the other hand, you've got a really interesting arc in the show, Dempsey, but you're not on this road trip with your co-stars. So was that disappointing for you, or was it fun to get to explore this world's mythology in a very different way to everyone else?
It was definitely fun. It was also kind of a challenge socially because everyone's somewhere, you're doing something, trying to find you, and you're shooting something completely different, a different place. And you know what? It was so that was the challenge, but the fun bit was I saw they were going through hell. They were putting themselves through the ringer to create this thing and to do like justice to everything that we wanted to do justice to. And I'm just like sitting around, sipping coffees, texting them, be like, "Oh, you sleeping in till 11 and stuff," and they're like, "We hate you. We hate you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely understand. And of course, I thought it was awesome that the show was shot in Wales, which is where I'm from. So I am curious
No way.
getting to explore that. What are some of your fondest memories for both of you to have been there and around what quite amazing surroundings, really?
Yeah, Wales is a beautiful, beautiful country.
Yeah.
It genuinely just looks like a storybook. I feel like even just walking around Cardiff or like Penarth, like the hills in Penarth,
Yeah.
the clouds there, the greenery. We filmed all along the southern sort of coast, which was cool too, and also the Brecon Beacons. We saw a lot of rural Wales, which was stunning. I just so many pictures on my phone.
No, it was a dream. Even just being in Cardiff, I think it was just a dream come true to see like a different type of architecture than you normally see, and one that personally I've just dreamed about. I always dreamed about the UK from the time I was a kid. I couldn't tell you why, but I did. I mean,
your dreams were set in the UK.
Yeah, no, like those were like my math class daydreams,
Yeah.
I think I fell in love with a coffee shop, which is in Cardiff called
Quantum
Quantum.
Coffee.
I was there every day. I loved it. That was probably my Welsh highlight. And I tried to get them all to come, and they were like, "Are you sponsored?" Do they? No one else went. I went to this
I
coffee
think I might have
shop.
went once.
You may have,
I
yeah.
think right before I went to your place or something.
But I walked across the barrage to like deliver people coffee just because I was so passionate. And I really had, you could tell I had time on my hands.
Oh, well, I'm so glad you guys had as much fun making the show as I had watching it, and really awesome to speak to you both today. So thank you so much for your time.
Likewise,
thank you for
so
your
much.
time. Thank you so much for your questions. Have a good day.
You both. You too. Thank
You
you.
too. Nice to meet you.